The recording's not gonna stop? Okay. We're take 3? Whatever. Hi, I'm recording a review. You heard third take. This because OBS decided to fuck me in the ass. Of Monica, the something or other. You'll see her name. Her, right? Hold up, let me check. I keep forgetting. Right. I'm right. Okay, yeah. We're looking at Monica's gameplay. And I have nitpicks. I have lots of nitpicks. I know Gyoza already did this, but he's not going to bring up some of the stuff that I'm going to bring up. And he's going to go way too much into detail about your Kar 98 usage and how you struggle at mid-range, because he made a whole video about that. Where do you go here? Okay? When you think of there are, I want to say like half a dozen places that I will drop off rip. Those places are Longwall, Area, Finland, Tall Work, Factory, Big Works, Big Power. Those are the ones I drop. Any of those three, whichever's closest. And there's a distinct reason for why. They generally have a good amount of people and a good amount of loot. And most importantly, they're not industry. Industry will have a good few people going to it off rip. But here's the thing about industry. There's always someone at industry. So you don't have to go there off rip. Because people naturally get into industry. You don't have to drop there off rip. But people won't naturally stick around at... Actually, like once. But people won't migrate into the powers, into the big works, into the factories. And so going there off rip, getting the people there, and then going to industry is the move. Especially industry is kind of a pain in the ass to loot off rip. But another thing is, you're in your map too long. I think you're tabbed out, but you're in your map too long. You should be looking around to see where people going. Because I'm going to be so real. If I saw like half a dozen squads dropping industry, I'm going to go to industry. Go with the flow is what I'm saying. Because you can check just in case there's a lot of people going somewhere, and you can follow them. This is more of a use case in smaller lobbies, but you see this is like a 47 pop. Yeah. We're dropping here. Where do you drop in industry? This is an interesting question, especially off rip, since I don't go here off rip. Scumbags will land on the cranes and shoot you like a bastard. You know who you are. Cult Red Squad. But I prefer to land up here in what's called the hospital. It's a very safe place to be. You're hard to nade. You're decently hard to push. You have the high ground. You generally have a second to gather your shit, get a gun, before you start kicking ass. But instead, Monica lands under these two buildings, which I am valiantly against. I'm very uncomfortable every time I'm in these buildings, even if I have a gun, which currently you do not. You're very easy to nade. It's very easy to wiggle out or squirm. You could be Mossberged. You could be minigunned. You wouldn't have much place to go. It's not a fun place to be in. Dink knows this very well, that you don't want to be trapped in here. I won't go in it. Unless I know nobody's around it. But there is somebody here. Matter of fact, he's currently right in your face. I've watched this back a couple times. Oh shit. Olympus stuff. This guy just kind of materializes around the pillar. Just he's not there one moment. There the next. You can probably actually see like a frame before. But I think it's a little funny. Dork with green. Shoots out of nowhere. And gets beamed by a PPSH. But we'll see here is part of the reason why the PPSH is good, and I would recommend it for you. It's got 71 fucking rounds in the mag. This guy just stopped shooting. And you could just keep shooting. You could see it. Went back too far. Shoot. He's out of ammo. You still got 35 rounds left. You win. You've won. He's still in your face. He isn't backing down for... PVSH, great gun, especially in extended fights like this. Mega slept on. But you own that guy. His aim sucks. Your aim is better. Heal. We saw that. I saw that. I would have noticed that. We both noticed that. You dash away here, which I don't know if I like or not, but I definitely don't hate it. Because you want to get out of his line of sight pretty quickly. But I find dashes very useful mid-fight, because if you know exactly where you're going to end up with dash and you're good with dash, you're basically, like, make them reload mid-fight. You have to make them reset their aim on where you are, and you can keep going because you know exactly where you're going. That is a skill not everyone has or not everyone uses often, so I don't hate this. At least you're using dash. Not a lot of people do use dash, and I'm glad you are using dash. Good smoke. You're also playing a disciple. You're using a smoke grenade. Holy shit. I would say I would do this myself, but I wouldn't. Now, I know you say that your headphones and your awareness are because hearing sensitive, whatever. So I cannot. I'll understand the fact that you didn't hear the knockback, but I saw the knockback. It's right there to your left. Explosions. Very distinct. Someone is trying to knock back you. And we can hear them out there now. I think it's one of the beam guns. But again, I'm not going to hold you to not hearing. This green dork went out there, sawed-offed up. What I would do is take this right here and just climb it up to there. Boom. Do. Happy camper, shoot him in the face. However, you're holding a Garand and a UMP right now, and that guy's playing Geometry Dash. Holy shit, guys, really? He's playing Geometry Dash. But I would be a little scared if that guy just shooting you on your way up. It's why I like to just follow up with a sawed-off if I can, but you don't have a sawed-off right now. It's a very useful thing. Again, you're going to hear me talk about the sawed-off so much. I love it so much. It's so good. All hail the sawed-off and the Beretta. You dash back, expecting him to push you. He doesn't. He's a coward and a dork. And we're kind of wandering around. Get up there eventually, but he's gone by then. Or he's to your right. He sawed off his right. He's trying to gospel. Dork. This dork trying to gospel you. Pick up that sawed off. I'd recommend going for it at the very least. Nice one. You missed horribly, but yeah, you get the clean heal off anyway. But yeah, you're going well. I'm very happy to see you using dash. Especially at 200 hours, you won't see a lot of people using dash. I should turn down this volume a bit. It's pretty loud. But, sorry about that. If that was too loud, if you couldn't hear me. Turn on subtitles. They're usually loud. This guy's back. And he has the best weapon in the, one of the best weapons in the game that commonly spawns. An auto crossbow. Luckily for you, this guy is a dipshit with a massive ego. You can tell because he's wearing all green, and he misses all of his shots. Yeah, see, he's the same guy you killed earlier. He ego dropped on you because he thought he was better, and you dunk on him again because you're better than him. And his teammate is rounding the corner, and this is where I'm going to nitpick you. First off, you miss your shots a bit. Whatever, that happens to the best of us. This guy gets away, and you snowstorm yourself. I don't like this. What you do. Okay, this guy, he's running. And so, when I see this, I think, oh, he's running. Shoot him in the back of the head. Because a lot of people, and especially you right now, don't have a sawed-off or a way to get out of a snowstorm once hit by it. If you did have a sawed-off or a dash also works. You could just dash out of this, or even better, this guy's trying to run away. Dash into this, shoot him in the face with the UMP. I don't know how he dies. Does he die to the snowstorm? Or is that Joe Dark who killed him? I can't tell. Did he leave the game? I swear to God, I can't tell how he died. Did he kill himself? Did the guy stand for him? Or was it Joe Dark that killed him? I don't know. Joe Dark's going to be around the corner here. And we're going to have a little mini session right now. Monica, your review is going on temporary hold. I say this because I'm going to retitle the video here. Give me a second. We're changing subject. This is going from a Monica review, and for the next couple minute or two, it's going to be a Joe Dark review. Because we're going to see. Let me see this. You're bandaging, and Joe Dark walks up behind you. Slowly, I can hear him walking up behind you. Shoots you from 5 meters away with a fucking sawed-off. That's a sawed-off. I recognize that sound. That's a sawed-off. Misses with a UMP. Throws an implosion at his foot. Tries to green collar you. You don't fall for it. And just kind of stands there as you shoot him with a UMP. Joe Dark, what the actual fuck are you doing? Pick up that AK. And that sawed-off. You already have a sawed-off. I didn't even notice that. I have a headache. I'm tired. Good swap. I would have... Personally, what I like to do is I'll just press 4 on my keyboard. Actually, I have my grenade button set to the side button of my mouse. But I would have just thrown the smoke. It gets rid of it. It's fast. I prefer it. I don't have to go into my inventory and potentially get caught with my pants down. It's a little nitpick that I have. What I am going to nitpick you about is how you don't need this, 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 or this, or this. You don't need any of that. You don't need stuns in solo. You don't need smokes in solo. Asterisk, Gyoza, fuck off. And you don't need souls, and you don't have any of those ammo types. Throw it all away. You're not going to need it. You shouldn't be running a musket or a big ammo gun solo squad. And now we're going to watch as Monica just wanders around the industry. Wowzers. Skip ahead a bit, because it's just Monica wandering around industry. But I will bring up, because it is a long portion of Monica walking around industry, if I had the soundbite, I would just play the Launchpad song. There was a song, it was dual talking, pretending it to be a song, of him talking about how, ooh, Launchpad, you have 5 Launchpads, you're not fucking using them. In one of the old Bleeder reviews, right now, I would be telling you to Launchpad. However, next time, not taking the MG. We don't need an MG in this household. I do prefer that over the, Okay, I need to pause for a second. Okay, deep breath. Get your points out. I would be telling you, if it was any other drop, to Launchpad right now. But because you're at industry, it creates this unique conundrum, because if I was at any other drop right now, I would be Launchpadding to industry. So I guess kind of just waiting around for people to show up is something that you can do. I would probably do it, not for as long as you do. In addition, actually, we'll get to that point later. In about 15 seconds when you go down there and pick up that car, right? There it is. That's the car you pick up. I'm not gonna go into much detail because I know Gyoza told you, but you have no mid-range. You don't fill. There's a gap between your Vector effective range and your Car 98 effective range. I do not recommend fighting at a distance when solo squad, but in general, I don't recommend it because it's very, very easy to shut down. Much easier because you're so far away that you can't push up if I just prone behind something. I could throw a shield grenade and stop you from doing anything while I shoot at you because you're so long range. I could throw a fire grenade in front of me so you can't see me as I push up. You can do the same thing with smoke, but I'm using fire grenade because I don't carry smokes on me. Wall grenade, snowstorm grenade, any of that works. And it shuts you down at long range. Keep your mid-range gun. Do not run snipers as a solo squad. No. The fire rate barrel demands perfect accuracy to be effective. 15% less damage per bullet, 35% age fire rate, I think. Something like that. But if you miss, you're going to miss more shots than you would normally. Why am I bringing this up specifically? It's because you're going to put on a vector. And a vector has horrible accuracy. I would somewhat get it if you were running a UMP. You were beaming with a UMP earlier. It was, pretty good shit. But on a vector? No. You're missing too much. When a gun has high spread, you need to also be able to deal pretty good damage per hit, or be able to spew out bullets and have, actual mag size for it, like the P90 or the PPSH. Vector is none of those things. It does have a fast reload, but not fast enough. That is not a good idea. Please pick up an AK. These guys here, personally, from here, I would have chucked that knockback. Right here. That's perfect. Knockback where you chuck it up. Boom! And you go shoot them. But instead you try to go for the far. Jesus Christ. Somebody stopped them. The wall stopped them, thank God. That guy first. That guy. I honestly like how you're weaving in car shots between the vectoring. That is scary. I'm not going to deny that. If you try to do that to me in a real game, I'd be pissing and shitting myself. Especially since you have aim good enough to pull that. You clearly can. You have the ability to hot swap between these guns. That's good shit. But you wipe them out. These guys were not very good at the game, so we'd have to see how it scales against a actually good player. Throw a splinter in there. They're dead. Knockbacks will do the job, but throw a splinter. Good shit. Pick up that implosion. Thank you. Now, I heard that musket go off, and I would tell you to push that, but again, I forgot about the hearing thing. But yes, there's a fight going on, like, behind you, directly behind you as I speak. Right in front of you now. A little to your left. Right where the altar goes, that way outward. Again, inventory management. This can go, 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 this can go. I hate to say it, but if you're gonna run the car 98, yeah, it can go. With the gun, no, hold on, normal. I'm not gonna say that. But you are gonna do something that's. Let me check. What's in the script again? Really fucking stupid. Now, why is putting a suppressor on your sawed-off bad? Well, my first thought is that, it'd make it quieter so people can't hear you coming. Clearly that's not an issue for you, because you're using a dash. So that can't be why. So, please explain to me why you just made your sawed-off make you go 20% less farther. Because this is something Duel did not know, but for a long time, that putting a compensator or a suppressor on your sawed-off will make you go less far. Is this why you thought it was so bad before? Oh my god, because I remember you bring it up and it doesn't bring you that far. It does. Don't put a suppressor on it. Some dork lands on you. I'm gonna let this play out, and I want you to tell me what Monica should be shooting at. Do you have your answers? The tires. You shoot the tires. Shoot the fucking tires. Obviously. You slow them down, then you catch up to them, and then you can shoot them. That guy was defenseless. Easy shit. Shoot the tires. Shoot the tires. Shoot the fucking tires. And now what I want you to do now is sawed off. I want you to do sawed offs. Also, I saw that you are good with your stupid checks. Duel's gonna bring that up. His stupid check is when he just turns around randomly just to check if he's being stupid and there's not someone behind him. And because you have audio issues, it's great to see that you do stupid checks and that you're not completely oblivious. Nice one. Sawed off over to him. Sawed off over to him. Be sawed offing right now. Be turning around and sawed off. This guy's defenseless. There's no fear of having your back turned against him. And because of that, you'll see he's up there, and he's flying away? Yeah, he's flying away. He's fucking computer. He can just fly away. No, he's fleeing away. Go shoot him. Is he in there? I don't know where he went. There's a rare blessing down there. I didn't actually see that. I've just watched this before, because I have to watch it once beforehand. And now you're gonna sit here and you're gonna snipe these guys. I would not recommend this. It's not the whatever. Now why would I not recommend this when you just killed good old Beans Patootie? Patootie? I think it would be Patootie. Good old Beans Patootie. Yeah, that. Patootie. God. I'm so fucking tired right now. And this is simple. Being in the fight is objectively riskier, but that's a good thing. Now, why is it riskier? Well, it's simple. More people are shooting at you. That's a good thing. More people shooting at you means they're not shooting at each other. And while it is significantly more risky, you will get more kills that way. So yeah, go in there and kill them. This game's all about getting kills anyway. Playing to win sucks dick anyway. Nobody plays to win, except for GK Squad. I'm sorry if you're watching this, GK. I've made a lot of jabs at you, I think. Did I make the GK Squad joke, or was that my initial reaction? I don't remember. Nice car shot. You see that? Monica's aim is good. Vector spread is really bad. I honestly think you might have been able to kill him if you didn't have... Yeah, I'd say if you didn't have the fire rate barrel, you would have killed him there. Potentially. He's very low, like just one or two bullets would put him down. Good fucking implosion. That really good implosion. That is what I would have done myself there perfectly. Pick up the AK, please. Monica, I want you to listen closely, Monica. Do you know what's worse than going 20% less far with your sawed off? Do you know what's so much worse? Only having one fucking bullet in the round. You're gonna take that double barrel off. You're gonna throw it on the ground. You're never gonna look at it again. You're gonna drop all those souls. You're gonna drop all those smokes. You're gonna drop that stun. You're gonna drop the cluster dummy. Holy shit, I can't speak. You're gonna drop that 8 times, and you're never gonna look back at them. They don't deserve your attention. You're gonna right click this to go over your damage analyzer, and you're done. You don't need to drag it into your inventory. You just need to drop it. You don't need that. You don't need it. Who are you keeping the souls for? Who are you keeping the souls for? Who? Is Casper on your team? I couldn't see it. Okay, this little stand around Jalen thing, not it. That's not it. You're gonna prone. You did it earlier. You proned earlier. You might as well be standing still right now. That's not doing anything. That's not doing anything. If I catch you like that, I'm just gonna shoot you in the head and make a little more difference. That guy is alive. I know that, right? Okay, you did decent. I mean, that guy looked... God, that car 98 is scary. That could be potentially scary. Focus on your AK Tommying. It'll come with time. Monica, what the fuck is this? Can you tell me? Quiz time. What is that? It's an epic The Hunt and an epic Bloodlust. thirst this guy. You have you have a vector with the most fire rate it could ever have. You're gonna kill him in seconds. Shoot him with your vector or your sawed off or both. I don't care. Shoot him. If you stand still and shoot him with the car, I'll cry. This guy's defenseless. You gun him down. Go get him. Just go up there. Don't you die soon? Yeah, it's only like 10 minutes. Right? Yeah, okay. Dead in a couple, like... You're gonna die because you're using a car. And you try to snipe a solo squad. Never a good idea. There's an inherent danger to sniping a solo squad beyond the fact that you're generally lacking defense at mid-range. If you use an SMG. And it's the fact that if you're ADSing at a guy and you're looking at him, you know what you're not doing? You're not prepared if someone is behind you. Okay, you're not ready for that. But more importantly, especially if you're stopping to shoot at a guy, you don't know if there's someone else staring at your soul with a musket. Never stand still. Especially solo squad. Never stand still. Now that is really funny. Is it a little suboptimal? Maybe. I think it makes the recycling like marginally worse because it'll take longer to go through your mag. So, yeah, it's probably like it's whatever. It's funny. And we're gonna see these guys over here. Epic lag spike. Is that a bike or a guy? I can't tell if that's a bike or a guy. Either way, if that's a guy, you're going to take that implosion out there and you're going to throw it midair. Instead of wasting a launch pad. What the fuck are you doing? Now, these two guys right here. Now, I know you can't hear that, but I did hear him just shoot a musket. And I can't see that guy's an S7. So... I wouldn't shoot these guys with a Kar 98, especially since they have no idea you're behind them. You're gonna walk up to them. You're gonna run up to them. You're gonna throw an implosion. Boom. And you're just gonna kill them because you have a vector that can shit out more damage than I shit out after taco night. Missed completely. Now they know you're there. They're blind as shit. They didn't notice until you hit them. Don't stand still. Don't stand still. If you just gone up and imploded them, boom, dead. You would have wiped this lobby. But you stood still and you evened out the playing field. Don't do that. Don't even out the playing field. You want to be better than them. You want to leverage your advantage without. When I say don't even out the playing field, don't exploit. Don't exploit. Ever. But. Don't stand still. That gives them a chance. You don't want to give them a chance. TABG is all about not being... It's about reducing the odds of you dying to random bullshit. Just controlling... I'm trying to find the words because this is completely unscripted. It's about... Yeah, getting RNG under control. Because there's inherent RNG in this game, but if you can limit it, if you can control it, if you can deal with it and plan with it in mind, not with it, against it, whatever. You get my point. If you don't, I don't know, ask Yoza. Or ask me when I'm less tired. Deuces. Oh my god, funny bat squirrel reference.
맞아. 딱 내가 예상한 대로잖아.